Hello NBA fans, every day we have news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan and I'm counting on you to subscribe to the channel and leave your. The Los Angeles Lakers will likely enter next season with their current roster. However, trades could occur during the season, and one suggested trade is with the Utah Jazz, where the Lakers will send Austin Reaves, because he declined a contract extension and will be a free agent in 2026, and bring in Lauren Markkanem. Los Angeles Lakers receive Lauren Markkanem. Utah Jazz receive Austin Reaves, Maxi Kleber, second-round pick. We may think the value of Lauren Markkanem is high, but we must remember that Austin could leave for free as a free agent, and this would be cruel to the Lakers. Lauren Markkanem was named an All-Star, has more potential for growth, and is clearly on the same level as Luka Doncic. He averages 18.2 points and 7.1 rebounds, shooting 37% from three-point range throughout his career. Lauren Markkanem would be a perfect fit for the Lakers, scoring, athleticism, tallness, strength, skill, and rebounding, all of which would be a huge benefit for the Lakers. Losing Austin Reaves isn't easy for fans, but Lauren Markkanem is a great addition. Dalton Connect's decline is the letdown Lakers didn't see coming. The Los Angeles Lakers sharpshooter continues to kill any plans that may involve trading him. Dalton Connect was supposed to be the gift that kept on giving for the Los Angeles Lakers. However, his undeniable struggles have made it tough for Pelinka to even get a worthwhile trade involving the man who many initially thought was an absolute steal at the 17th pick in the 2024 NBA Draft. Jovan Buha recently offered insight on how much the situation has worsened for Los Angeles. The Lakers insider offered some eye-opening comments on Buha's block regarding just how much Connect's value around the league has taken a hit amid his summer league struggles. Buha said, "I don't think at this point he is valued as a first-round pick, in terms of an asset valuation. That was what I heard in Vegas from talking to multiple people, non-Lakers people, just gauging what would you give for Dalton Connect? The feedback I got was, no longer worth a first-round valuation." Perhaps Connect has struggled to truly bring his best self to the equation after the awkward Mark Williams fiasco the Lakers suffered around last year's NBA trade deadline. Whatever the case is, the Lakers sharpshooter is increasing as a liability for the franchise. Lakers stuck in no man's land with Dalton Connect. The position in which the Lakers find themselves is incredibly unenviable. The part that is even worse would be the fact that there is no easy solution to their growing problem. Trading Connect does not appear to be a viable option at the moment for the Lakers. With his stock reportedly taking the hit that it has, according to Buha, there is just no sense in making that move when the return package will be lackluster. Lakers fans who have fantasized about Connect being paired with one of the expiring contracts on the team, and potentially a first-round pick, netting the team a serious upgrade are getting their hopes dashed. Bronny James may be the more valuable young piece by now, and he's not going anywhere as long as LeBron James is still here. Bronny James, 16 PTS, with the smooth Euro step. The solution for the Lakers would be to see Connect re-establish himself as a promising talent through on-court production. However, that is not as easy as it sounds. The Lakers are trying to compete for a championship. The players who can help them do that are going to be the ones featured on a nightly basis once the 2025-26 season rolls around. With the depth of the team growing this offseason, there is no guaranteed path to consistent minutes for Connect. The Lakers' marksman fell out of favor in J.J. Redick's rotations down the stretch of last season. Connect would need to seriously showcase some upside in training camp for the second-year head coach to turn to him for minutes off the bench during the regular season. As things stand, a fan favorite is quickly becoming a disappointing situation for the Lakers. One can only hope Connect will rise to the occasion and change the current set of circumstances. Marcus Smart will be first player in Lakers franchise history to wear number 36. Los Angeles Lakers guard Marcus Smart will wear number 36 for the upcoming 2025-26 season, making him the first player in franchise history to don it. Smart has only worn number 36 during his NBA career, previously wearing the number for the Boston Celtics, Memphis Grizzlies, and Washington Wizards. Smart was one of two players who wore number 36 during the 2024-25 season, with Philadelphia 76ers forward Philip Wheeler being the other. It's rare for a player to be able to keep the same jersey number across all the teams they play for, but Smart's number 36 has been available at every stop. The veteran guard wears number 36 because it has personal meaning to him and his brothers, and the 6 represents where he was drafted in the 2014 NBA draft. With all the players that have played for the purple and gold, it's rather interesting that none of them picked number 36. Numbers like 32, 33, and 34 are the most notable and closest numbers as they belong to Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Shaquille O'Neal, respectively. Smart making history before he even stops foot on the floor is an amusing subplot, but the Lakers are certainly hoping the veteran still has something left in the tank following a couple of injury-riddled seasons. Smart is reportedly in outstanding shape this offseason as he's been focused on working on his body, an encouraging development given head coach J.J. Redick's previous call for the roster to get into championship shape. It remains to be seen whether or not Smart will start or come off the bench, but he's in line for a larger role either way as arguably the team's best overall defender. Smart might not be able to keep up with quicker guards at this stage of his career, but he's certainly shown he can hang with wings and even bigs depending on the matchup. Shoring up the defensive end with versatile players like Smart should go a long way in helping Los Angeles compete in a stacked Western Conference, so LA should continue to scour the market for useful players. The Lakers have had a strong summer, but there's definitely a path to improving even further. Marcus Smart says Luka Doncic's recruitment meant a lot. Luka Doncic will be the primary reasons why the Lakers sink or swim next season, so he's done his part to recruit players like Marcus Smart. In fact, Smart acknowledged Doncic's efforts and said it meant a lot to him. Why Lakers could expect Bronny James to have bigger role next season. Los Angeles Lakers guard Bronny James wasn't the flashiest name at Summer League, but he quietly made his case. In 4 games, he averaged 14.3 points, 3.8 assists and 2.8 rebounds while shooting 47.6% from the field. The three-point shot still needs work, just 30% on limited attempts, but his feel for the game, pace and defensive effort stood out, especially in that matchup against Cooper Flagg, where Bronny's on-ball pressure and physicality disrupted the number 1 pick for stretches. That kind of performance turns heads, and it may earn him a real shot in the Lakers' rotation. And it's not just about hype. Los Angeles has real reasons to consider Bronny for a meaningful role, especially with how the roster is shaping up. They brought in Marcus Smart this offseason to shore up the perimeter defense after losing Dorian Finney-Smith and waiving Jordan Goodwin. Smart is a former Defensive Player of the Year, but he played just 34 games last season and hasn't had a fully healthy year in a while. If Smart misses time, as has been the case in recent seasons, there's not much behind him. Austin Reaves and Luka Doncic are both excellent defensive players, but neither is known for their defensive chops. And LeBron James, while still capable in spurts, isn't the defensive force he once was at 40 years old. That leaves a pretty wide opening in the backcourt for a young player who can bring energy, effort and defense. Even before the Summer League, Bronny showed flashes in the G League with averages of 21.9 points, 5.5 assists and 1.9 steals in 11 games. That stat line was a surprise for a rookie still finding his footing after a challenging year with health concerns. He still takes tough shots and forces the action sometimes, but he's not afraid of the moment, and defensively, he competes every possession. With Dalton Knecht struggling to impress and second-round pick Adith Hero still extremely raw, Bronny's defensive upside might give him the edge in minutes. Hero, while athletic and intriguing, didn't show enough polish or consistency this summer to demand rotation minutes. And while Knecht may eventually figure it out, right now the Lakers are in win-now mode with very little patience for learning curves. The most intriguing part of all this is Smart's potential impact as a mentor. If there's anyone in the league who can help mold Bronny into a high-level defensive guard, it's Smart. Their games aren't identical, but Bronny's willingness to defend, combined with his athleticism and instincts, mirrors the early career of Smart. With the proper guidance and steady improvement, it's not crazy to think that Bronny could eventually evolve into a similar type of role player, maybe even a defensive starter. At the very least, the Lakers need someone to fill that defensive void off the bench, and if Bronny proves he can stay disciplined and continue to learn, he might not just play, he might stick. This season might be Bronny's best chance to prove that he belongs. The roster context, his growth, and the mentorship structure are all in place. Now it's just a matter of continuing to put in the work, and being ready when his number is called. Lakers miss out on reuniting with fan favorite despite team-friendly cost. Lonnie Walker IV is heading back to Europe, suggesting the Lakers could have signed him for the minimum. Rewind the time to 2022-23, when the Los Angeles Lakers last looked the part of a true contender. Anthony Davis and LeBron James were leading a promising roster, hoping to recapture their championship glory from just 3 years prior. Matched up against Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors in the Lakers' only second-round series since 2020, however, it wasn't Davis or James who saved the day, but Lonnie Walker IV. Walker built momentum by scoring 9 points in just 12 minutes during a lopsided Game 2 loss that evened the series at 1-1. He then posted 12 points in 24 minutes as the Lakers dominated Game 3 before scoring 15 points in the fourth quarter of Game 4. That included the shot that put Los Angeles up 100-99 with less than 2 minutes on the clock, and 2 clutch free throws with 15.0 seconds remaining to clinch a 104-101 victory. 2 games later, Walker scored 13 points in 14 minutes as the Lakers closed the series out. Unfortunately, any dream of the Lakers reuniting with the fan favorite at least temporarily disappeared when Walker signed a contract with Maccabi Tel Aviv. Walker, who finished last season with the Sixers, has an NBA buyout clause until August 1 and will be one of Europe's highest-paid players. Though not one of the biggest names on the open market, Walker is an unfortunate miss of a free agent option who could have potentially been signed for the veteran minimum. Former Lakers hero Lonnie Walker IV signs with Maccabi Tel Aviv. Walker, 26, has admittedly struggled to find playing time, let alone a contract, with NBA teams since 2024. He's shown signs of promise when given the opportunity, however, and certainly has the talent level to justify a no-risk investment with a minimum contract. Over the past 3 seasons, Walker has produced averages of 10.9 points and 1.8 3-point field goals made per game on .433/.371/.821 shooting. For what it's worth, Walker's averages have equated to 19.0 points and 3.1 3-point field goals made per 36 minutes. Though there are concerns about efficiency and defensive consistency, that's an intriguing level of production from a reserve. Considering the Lakers finished the 2024-25 season ranked number 29 in points via reserves, it's fair to wonder if Walker should have been an off-season priority. Los Angeles has made improvements to its rotation, signing the trio of DeAndre Ayton, Jake LaRavia, and Marcus Smart. That should help head coach J.J. Redick improve the second unit, with the latter 2 players providing two-way value and Jackson Hayes returning to a reserve role rather than being forced to start. There's also hope that Dalton Knecht will overcome a tough summer league stint to make a leap during his second season, much as optimism exists surrounding Maxi Kleber's floor spacing ability. For as true as that may be, the Lakers are in need of athleticism and scoring off the bench. If Knecht struggles to provide those qualities, then Walker could have been an ideal failsafe on a minimum contract, even if signing him would have required a degree of maneuvering to create space. One simply can't help but wonder if the Lakers are going to be left searching for a player with Walker's exact skill set come the 2025-26 season. Luka Doncic's future team is revealed. Dave McMenamin of ESPN reveals that Luka Doncic was responsible in part for latest Lakers signings, and that his future is certain in Los Angeles for upcoming years. The Los Angeles Lakers were more active in the twilight of free agency, while most other teams made the majority of their moves in the first days of July. It appears that the future of Luka Doncic is already decided, although the Lakers cannot officially present an offer before August, as explained by Dave McMenamin of ESPN. McMenamin states that Doncic was behind the Lakers' most recent moves, as they brought in DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart after they both agreed to buyout deals with the Portland Trail Blazers and Washington Wizards, respectively. There was ownership by Luka Doncic this offseason to firmly state that he wants to be part of the Los Angeles Lakers moving forward, and that he wants others to join him, Markkanem started. He made calls to DeAndre Ayton, the guy who entered the league in the same draft as him as the number 1 pick and is now the starting center for the Lakers. He also called Marcus Smart, who fills the point-of-attack defender role that Dorian Finney-Smith held last year. Finney-Smith now plays for the Houston Rockets. As we look ahead, we focus on the August 2 date, when the Lakers can offer Doncic a $222 million extension over 4 years. And I would say, if you're a Lakers fan, there's no reason to worry about Luka reaching some sort of extension agreement. He won't just be a Laker next season, I think we're talking about a 3-year extension or more, Markkanem concluded.